an eargasm of learning and a no-fuss show. Welcome to the Creative Talk Podcast, where you can learn straightforward topics about branding, digital entrepreneurship, online business, and many more with your charming host, Jan Santos, along with inspiring entrepreneurs, creators, and thought leaders worldwide.
We have a very, very special guest. I am more than just a fan of this person. She's just amazing. She's a classic. I just said it off cam. You are a classic. Award-winning international speaker and author and mentor, guys. She is just amazing. Let's talk about Wonder Woman. This is her. Author of a lot of books. She has a lot. She will be sharing that later. But guys, join me in welcoming our special guest, very beautiful, Catherine Molloy. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you. It is great to be here. And I heard that word classic. Does that mean I'm old? Or just good?
Nah. You're good. You're good. I love the vibe that you have. It's so authentic, the smile. And you're very humble, given that you're let me use the word celebrity, right? Because you're a famous guys. If she's not a celebrity, I don't know what is. She's just sent to different parts of the world to speak, to share. She went from Antarctica. Who goes to Antarctica? Who goes to Antarctica and speak? She went there, and one of the countries she visited, I love so much. That is Latin America's, where she visited Machu Picchu. Is that right?
Yes, Peru. Fantastic.
There you have it. I mean, if you are given that opportunity to travel and speak and share values, then you are amazing. You are a celebrity. You are, you're touching people's lives and really making a difference. Having said that, Catherine, I'm excited. I know our listeners and viewers are excited. People on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. What is the story behind the brand? Who or what influenced you to be in this position you are right now? Reaching out, connecting with people, sharing values, and changing people's lives. Please share your story. The floor is yours, my friend.
They reckon we do two things. We do things because of two reasons. One is through inspiration. But what we know about inspiration is it doesn't always lead to action. And the second reason we do things is through desperation. So I wish I was sitting here telling you I am who I am through inspiration. However, I am who I am through desperation. And I'm sure along the way, I've been inspired many times through my life, through many people. But however, when the GFC came, my husband fell very ill and we lost everything. And so then using all the skills that I had built up until that stage, I decided to start my own training company. And I love customer service. I thought everybody needs customer service. Product knowledge is king and understanding body language and behaviors. And so I found out very quickly people were wanting management and leadership. I have completed my Master of Leadership now today. However, as we know, accreditations and certificates don't mean too much. It really is what is implemented, what is experience. And so I've worked with thousands of leaders around the world. And it has been amazing because everything that I learn from someone, I'm able to share with the next person as well. So it is a lifelong journey that I am on in learning.
Wow. Love that. And I said this again, and I'll focus on that again. For everyone listening and watching, you can just feel the humility from Catherine. Catherine, why start focusing on communication? Just a wild question out there. Why on all the qualities of a leader? Why focus on communication?
Yeah, great question. Look, so much happens in our lives, but let me go back to when I first started work. I was in the Commercial Bank of Australia. It was actually the very first Bank of Australia. And during my time, they merged with with the Bank of New South Wales, and we became Westpac. Westpac brought in some body language tapes. I used to watch them, and I loved talking to customers. I actually really love people. And even as a child growing up, you'd see friends that would stop talking, and they were great friends, and you think, why? And then you'd see adults, that no longer speak to each other, and you'd think, why? And once I started to learn body language, I was traveling to some third world countries, and I watched the way that they negotiated. And some people would walk out the shop really angry, and other people would cry. And sometimes the seller would yell at people to get out. And so I was watching all of this, and every time everyone met, it was through the handshake. And so I learned to develop a really good handshake, because we transfer so much of who we are through that first connection, even through that first 7 seconds, even when we're not connecting. Like let's have a look at TikTok, 7 seconds, TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. Anyway, so it goes. But it's amazing what happens in that time. And, even watching my husband with what he went through, it was the way in which he was communicating to himself. So I started to really study a lot more about it. And I created in 2017 the Conscious Connection Framework. And it is our body language, our mindset, and our behaviors. These three things lead us to a level playing field. And so I'm a communication expert who works with leaders, sales teams, service teams, working on our body language, our mindset, and our behaviors to create more win-wins in life. And every one of these skills, not only do they help you in business, but they help you in life, and they help you with your families and your friends.
Wow, I love that. I love that. You're sharing knowledge bomb after knowledge bomb already. And I just want to say that because for everyone listening and watching out there, people on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, we are heavily tied with Catherine. We're working on content, her brand in podcasting. And one of the video there I really loved was the $1 million handshake. And that's can you share that once again, for everyone that doesn't know or haven't watched that clip. There's a clip on her YouTube. We will be sharing that link on this episode. But Catherine, please share that part where you mentioned about $1 million handshake. Oh, that's crazy, guys. $1 million handshake. The floor is yours.
Well, let's not just say you shake one person's hand and make $1 million, but you could. Let's be real. It could even be worth more than that to you. And, during one of our keynotes, we have a look at those first 7 seconds. We hack live on stage the handshake and the little intricacies that make up that first connection and how you can create more win-wins. Some people are taught, come in firm, got to have a firm handshake. However, if the person that they're shaking hands with has always come in with a little bit of a softer handshake because they don't like to hurt the other person, all of a sudden you're going to think they're a bit weak, and they're going to think that you might be a bit arrogant and dominant. And so there are ways that in that nanosecond, we can alter what we do to create a great first impression, because it says it takes 12 more times to actually make a great first connection and to take away that first experience. But you don't always get 12 more chances to meet someone for the first time, right?
Yeah.
So why not make that great first connection first time, every time, and then allow yourself at least some time for them to get to know you as well.
Wow. I love that. I love that. Okay. Now that you mentioned that, let's go to the meat. How to unlock secrets of powerful communication. The floor is yours, my friend.
Okay, so we're online, so it's a little bit harder to do that handshake with you. However, there's some really interesting things that you can do when you're online. So they say the handshake online is looking down the camera and giving a nod to the person and a big smile. That's your online handshake. But I really encourage people to put a little smiley face up near their camera so that you're looking at the camera and not at yourself while you're talking. So, and it's interesting because when you do look down that camera, people feel that you're talking to them. And it's nice to still share and be relaxed and, I remember thinking about this and coming back to the people. But if we spend our whole time looking at ourselves or we're looking at the others, all they'll see is the top of your head, right?
Love that. Love that. We have a message from Instagram. This is from Marco. Nice show. Love the energy. Question is, and let me summarize this because it's a bit long. Basically, the question is asking for tips for starting content creators or speaker that wants to make it a career. Anything that you can give them that, a value-based tips that they can follow as a startup content creator or speaker.
Right. Okay, great. So I actually have an 8-step foundation process that I love to put people through so that this is what I want to do, but I don't know exactly where you're at with everything. And a lot of the times you may not have worked out your avatar. So what I always love speakers to start with is to really understand what are you significant about. And being on stage is never, ever about you. Unless you are that massive celebrity, I don't know. But what I know is your message is what makes a difference. So it's being really passionate about that, not thinking, someone else is doing well with change management or someone else is doing well with this. I think I'll speak on that. No. If you are going to be that keynote motivational speaker, it's got to be coming from you. What is the story? What have you discovered? What have you found the secret to that has really made a difference? And then, of course, there is a process. So we help people create 45-minute keynotes that are scalable. Sometimes someone wants you to talk for 15 minutes, half an hour. Understanding what needs to go into that beginning and that ending. People forget about this. And then sometimes their middle puts you to sleep. So where's the goal? Where's the story? And today, people actually want to be able to have something that they can implement almost straight away to walk away to make that difference. Because just remember, people get off stage and go, yeah, that was really good, but are you getting booked again? Well, that was really good, but what was the talk about? Many, many times when people get off stage, I will ask people, when we're in speaker training, what was it about? Oh, this and that. There were 5 different things, but that wasn't what the keynote was called. Right. When I get off stage, it's about the $1 million handshake. Well, it's about conscious leadership because that'll be threaded the whole way. And it will be the last words said when you walk off.
Wow. I love that. That's an eye-opener for me. And you really need to check on that so that, even if you have a wonderful show, that's stuck into my mind. Will you get booked again? Will you get invited again? That's the game over line there.
Yeah.
Thank you for that awakening answer.
And that's just one part of it. Your next part is really looking at your stagecraft and your body language. Now, there are so many speakers out there that today sort of understand stagecraft when we speak to them, but it does make a difference to your audience.
Well, Catherine, you mentioned about stage presence and body language. I will pick this question from Instagram from Sarah463. Hi, Sarah463. Thank you for sending your message. Any tips to boost confidence while speaking? So, this is something that everyone wants. Imagine you go inside an event, you're going to be speaking for a first time, and you are power like 50, 100, 300 people. That would really froze you. Like Catherine, what's your tip how to be, more confident on stage based on your experience? The floor is yours.
Okay, so let's have a think for a moment. If you were selling a product and you knew nothing about it, how confident would you be?
Love that. Yeah.
So if you are on stage, what's really important is to understand that this message is yours, it's passionate. What I see happens with new time speakers, their first 5 to 8 minutes can be a little bit distracting because they're quite nervous. So they might move from foot to foot. They might hold their hands a lot, or they start to talk and they might be a bit Muppet-like. They keep bringing them back in the middle. They have BBI. What's BBI? Belly button insecurity. We have to keep covering our belly button or hold something in front of us. So what's really important is to practice video, watch yourself. If you are moving, if you are holding yourself, or get a professional, this is something that I love to do, is to help build that confidence. So when you're on stage, when you first come on, even if perhaps you're not really feeling it, you will at least look like you are confident, you are the right person delivering this message right now.
Wow. There you have it, guys. Knowledge bomb after knowledge bomb after knowledge bomb. We are blown away. Wow. Thank you so much, Catherine, for sharing your story and giving us values and, unleashing, unlocking, and opening the door and having powerful communication skills. But we're not done yet, my friend. We are not done yet. Now is the part where we will play a game. It's a tradition here in the show. We call it the Creative Fast Talk. I will be asking you questions or statements, and you're not allowed to spend much time thinking what your right answer would be. First word that comes into your mind, boom, shoot. All right? Now, are you ready?
I guess I was born ready.
Yes, always ready. All right, first, sun or snow?
Sun. I love them both.
All right, Catherine, are you structured or are you chaotic?
Structurally chaotic.
Wow. Let me just say that is the first time I had that answer in. I think our episode is going 350, 340. That is the first time. So congratulations. All right, next. Catherine, which do you prefer, love or money?
Love.
Yes.
Love of money.
Again, the love of money. Well, that is one way to do that. Okay, very good, very good. Now Catherine here is breaking the Guinness Book of Records. All the answers is she got it first here on the Creative Talks podcast. So congratulations, Catherine. All right, Catherine, if you were an animal, what animal would you be and why?
I'm just going to have to go with horse because it's the first thing, right? I love watching horses run. I love the freedom. I ride horses. My word is horse. Their heart is 5 times larger than a human. They get to feel things and they're great at reading body language. And I love doing that as well. So yeah, for freedom and fastness and for the love.
Love it, love it. All right, next. Popcorn and movies or dinner and dancing?
I like them both. Let's go.
Popcorn and movies or dinner and dancing. Like you want them all.
Yeah, of course. I would have the popcorn and movies and then go to the dinner and dance,
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah. If I was feeling quiet, I would do the popcorn and movies. And if I really wanted a night out, of course, it'd be dinner and dancing.
All right. The mountains or the beaches?
Do you know, these is really hard because I do them all. So I'll go beaches first.
And then climb up a mountain, right?
Correct.
Love it, love it. All right, Catherine, what are you afraid of?
I believe in face everything and rise, but if there's one thing I don't like is walking in the pitch black or driving in the pitch black. When I can't see, I'm on a farm with 17 acres, so if there was a snake and you couldn't see it, I wouldn't like that.
Yeah. Well, it's not pitch black, but my closest experience with that was inside a sandstorm in Abu Dhabi. It's like a 2 hours drive to Dubai. It was like a transition from I don't know, winter to summer or summer to winter, something like that. And the sandstorm was like very, very thick. Like you can't see anything but brown. So imagine if it's, darkness. So I can feel where you're coming from with that answer. So yeah. Last question. It could lead into something serious depending on how you take it.
Okay.
If you have the power to bring back someone back from the dead, who would it be and why?
All right. Your questions are just too hard, unfortunately, because there's so many amazing people with brilliant minds that you want to bring back. But I lost my mum when I was 16. And then I lost my dad, and he was like my best friend. I couldn't even choose between the two of them. So, Jesus.
Love it, love it. Well, let me just say this first. I know your mom and dad are so proud of you and they are cheering you as you continue your journey. So thank you for mentioning that. Thank you for giving us values. Thank you for being with us here in the show, Catherine. I am excited. I know our listeners and viewers, people on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, are excited to continue this journey now that they're packed with learning from you. I know you have a lot of promotions, you have a lot of books, you have a lot of events on LinkedIn, speaking gigs, events, social media platforms. Please do promote, Catherine. The floor is yours. How can they connect with you?
We are about to start webinars into many countries with our leading ladies lunches. So, we want you to come in. We want you to ask questions. We want to share the conscious leadership with you. But we also have amazing programs called Speak. And of course, this is also for men and women that we want you to jump on. We want to set these 8 foundations in our life. So not only does it give you confidence if you're speaking, every job you go for today in this world, we need to be the best influencers that we can. Most people say to me, hey, Kath, no, I don't influence anyone. But if you don't learn this, then who's influencing your children if it's not you? So, so I have a lot of fun around the world. Stay tuned. We will be doing it in country time during the hour in the midday break so people can grab a sandwich, grab a drink, and come and sit in and listen to some of the shares that we're going to have.
Wow, love that. And let me just add in, guys, people on TikTok, YouTube, and the ones that are listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, you can also connect with Catherine on her YouTube channel. You can see the clips there, full-length events when she speaks, her travel adventure. She mentioned that she went to Machu Picchu, Antarctica. You will see that unfold there. Also, you can check Catherine on LinkedIn. You can see the values, the content that she shares, the events that she will be running. You can contact her there. And I'm sure she can help you in your journey towards success. So again, Catherine, thank you very much for being with us here in the show, showing your awesomeness, your beauty.
My classicness.
Yeah. But before we end, I just want to say thank you for our new sponsor. This episode specifically has been chosen with our new sponsor, Urla. Sorry if I pronounced the name wrong, if I butchered it, Urla is the most powerful shipping products in the world right now. Why? You need to check out. It's not more than a product. It's more of a story. They're passionate about sharing the rich culinary heritage and vibrant flavors of India. So imagine that. If you get the product, if you get an experience, you will have a piece of their culture, their story. And Urla, because of that quality, is connected with the Creative Talk Podcast in sharing wonderful stories and opening the world to discover the rich culture of India.
I love India.
Because of our special guest today, Catherine Molloy. You are now a part of that journey. Thank you so much, Catherine. You are amazing.
Thank you for being with us here on the Creative Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Jan Santos. Don't forget to listen and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. See you again, always.